Okay, here we are. Hi guys. I
What's
want to say
happening?
right
We
now.
here.
Hold on. Okay, thank you guys for coming.
Doing?
Thank you guys for coming. He went out of order. Um, I'm Nirvana, and
And
this
I
is
am the dynamicist
and he's my cousin. Why do I
in
say that
real
every
life.
week? Why do I say that?
Because we got new people
Ah,
sometimes, so they
he's
don't
my
know.
cousin by trade. Um, now, hi, Truth. Truth is our very first guest.
I
Thank you.
don't know if she was the first guest. I don't know about that.
Is you cool? She's the first one tonight. Thank you for coming,
Oh,
Truth. Now, okay. Hi,
she's
Truth.
the first one that said something. That doesn't
Good
mean she's the
point.
first one that was
Good,
there.
good point. However,
So
I can see the numbers in the corner.
the
Now,
numbers
did
can
she
be
hit the
deceiving.
like button? Is the question.
I doubt it because I just seen the light go up.
So she been here all this time without hitting
and,
the light.
and she ain't hit the like button. She ain't
God
hit it at
damn.
all. It's like
Where
that
is
though.
Tia? Tia.
Now,
Okay.
see, that one sometimes is the number one. Matter of fact, because truth likes to hide in the bushes more often than not. At least Tia lets us know I'm gonna come in the beginning.
Uh-huh.
I won't be back until the end, but but she's consistent.
Yes, I must say so. Tia is consistent. So anyway, we're not going nowhere. We still
Ooh,
here, guys, for now. Now,
shots
Jason, can you hear me
fired.
good with my mic? Why does it look like it's not on? It's on. It's probably on. I
I
thought it
don't
lit
know.
up. You can hear me good. Okay,
I hear you.
you didn't answer me. I'm so sorry. Okay, True said cut his
Yeah,
mic.
cut
Okay,
his mic.
look. I have this song. Listen, I think it might be an Aeon song, but I really like it.
Yeah, and we won't get copywritten for that.
Yeah, we shouldn't get copywritten for it. I
No, we won't
think
get
it's AI.
copywritten.
I think it's AI. I'm pretty
Matter of
sure.
fact, I got all kinds of AI
No,
shit.
no, 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 no.
No, my shit's fire though. You know I know
Look, we got
music. Why
one
you
song.
playing with
I want to
me?
talk about. I want to talk about this video. This lady
Uh,
dating. I'm tired. Hi, Susan. Susan's
listen,
another one.
look,
I like to say thank you to Susan.
yes, yes, she's another one. She's always here. She's consistent. Rain, sleet, or snow. She doesn't even care when we're talking about
Her own people. Are you
no, it's
white?
not her. That's not her people. No, don't
Oh,
do her like that.
what's her
She didn't
people?
say
What's
that.
her people? She not white?
Her people is who she vibrates with. Her
Oh
people
God! First of all,
is
one
not a
thing.
phenotype.
Hey, one thing she is consistent about
Hmm.
is the misspelling of your name. That's every week. That has been consistent the whole way through. Susan is two N's. Sheesh. Okay, all right. Listen, we love you, Susan. Um,
We love you.
okay, let's go. Let's listen to the first song. Okay, listen, here we go. It's called "Lean in My Step." Listen to the words.
Mm,
My God, my
that
God.
might be about drugs, though.
Help
I'm
me.
just
Take me
lean.
home. Oh, lean, right. Scissor.
Oh, got a little lean in my step when I walk.
Oh, turn that shit up.
Backbone bust on the fit, yeah, talk to, yeah, talk to.
Mm.
Gold in my smile, but it came from the hard truth.
Gold in my smile.
Hard
Listen,
truth.
Okay.
I'm getting a grill too.
I ain't super,
2026,
I
I'm
just did
grilled up.
what
Right.
I had
That's right.
to.
I'm gonna
Nah,
get one too.
got a little swivel now, ride no ceiling.
Come on.
Pain in my chest, but it sound like a feeling. If you know, then you know how I'm living. Soul in my voice, yeah, the real gon'
Hey,
feel
girl,
it.
dad.
Posted on the corner where the street light
Post
flicker.
it up on the corner.
Cold night, same hoodie, dreaming bigger. Had a dollar and a prayer, not a plan, nothing. Now I turn that pain into a sound they running. Got dirt on my name, couldn't wash that clean, so I wore it like a badge. Let them all see me. Every loss hit deep, but it tuned my tone. Now I sing like a man that done been through
I've been
storms.
through some shit.
I don't move fast, I glide when I go. Every still got a story they don't know. Hear it all when my voice hit low. Turn nothing into something
Yeah,
when I
this stuff hard.
lean in my step. When I walk through
You gotta lean in your step.
back road
Yeah,
dust on a
I do when I
freeway.
move.
Talk to gold in my smile. But it came from the heart, true. I ain't switch up, I just did what I had to. I got a little sway when I ride, don't see it. Pain in my chest, but it sound like a feeling. If you know, then you know how I'm living. Soul in my voice. Get a real gone.
Here we go.
She said, boy, you sound like a heartbreak record. I said, no, I just made pain sound better. From a small town lane to a late night stage. Still carry every scar like a page I say. Got a vibe you can't fake, can't borrow, can't buy. It's the truth in the grip when I open my mind. Yeah, I walk with a limp, but I stand on mine. Turn the rough past life and the gold on the mic. Don't school me out. Leave me rough on the edges. Every note got weight, every line got pressure. If I break, I sing right through the fraction.
Come on, man.
Oh, you can't
Yeah.
manufacture.
Yeah. That
I
voice.
gotta lean in my step.
That computer spitting.
Back road dust on a
Chat
freeway.
giving it to him.
Go, but it came from the heart, true. I ain't switch up, I just did what I had to. Now, got a little sway when I ride, pain in my chest, but it sound like a feeling. If you know, then you know how I'm living. You know, soul in my voice, yeah, the real gon' feel it.
The real gon' feel it. I really like that song.
Now, you know what's interesting? I found myself torn when it comes to this because there have been several artists recently that I've listened to and I fucked with them. I'm listening. I'm talking about. I'm running through the whole album and like, damn, this shit sounds good. I've got songs that are individual artists, just one song, and I'm like, man. And I'm big on finding new music,
Right.
especially that speaks to wherever I'm at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, there was this love hate relationship having with that because then it's like it brings into this space of authenticity. So then it's like, am I only interested in what makes me feel a certain kind of way? Or is it that I'm actually connecting with the music? So then it's like, so then if that's the case, and if I'm connecting with the music, well, then how am I connecting with the AI artist when the AI artist is not a real artist? That's just a bunch of put together shit. There's someone who wrote those lyrics or maybe put those lyrics together as their thought piece. But then again, you can AI can create a rap song for you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just give it a couple prompts and it'll create a whole song. So then I was like, fuck, man. Because this one, I would actually play that shit.
Right.
But who I'm envisioning singing that shit, there's a group, it's called My Boy Arlo. Fuck with it. Man, he got a he got a genre bending type of vibe, right? And I was like, yo, where the fuck this nigga come from? Well, come to find out, man, this nigga's chat did it, or whoever, whatever AI engine did that shit.
Right.
But they blended certain genres together, created this particular type of persona, and
Yeah.
then boom, and
It's
rock with it. So yeah,
I think it sucks. I'm not a fan of it. Like I like this song, right? And I play it. I know it's AI when I first heard about it, but um well, I didn't know initially, but then when you start to look it up, you figure it out, right? But um yeah, I don't like it because I was talking to my husband not that long ago, and we were looking at the Michael Jackson movie, but we were
Mm,
talking about like listen, music just isn't the same, and I understand things are gonna always change. But the reality is that the days of going to a concert and looking forward to seeing your favorite artist. I'll give you an example. Bow Wow was recently on the Tiny Desk. Is it called Tiny Desk? It's on YouTube, and
hmm
they have live artists, rap artists, whatever. But it has to be a live band that they play to. And
hmm
Bow Wow was on it, and it was good. It was good with
Really?
Bow Wow on it. And someone wrote in the comments about how his stage presence, he worked the shit out of his performances, right? From talking, from his doing the music, the vocals, and gone are the days where you had to go to a studio and actually put in work, and you were trained, right? You were trained and you had to
Why? Oh
practice for
yeah,
hours.
yeah.
Like when you watched Michael
Come
Jackson's
on.
story, his dad, he made those boys, I mean, it was maybe to the extreme, but he made them practice and they had to practice for real, and they were developed. That's it. Artist development over with.
Yeah. So there were no and what I hear you speaking to is shortcuts, right? There were no shortcuts at that time period. Like you had to be authentic,
Hmm.
right? The early artists, obviously, there are some there's some pieces of that. Like for instance, Elvis borrowed a lot from Chuck Berry. He borrowed a lot from other blues
Borrowed.
artists.
Okay, we can use
Okay,
borrowed.
well, yeah, he stole a lot of his shit, his style. Female artists, as a matter of fact, I found out there was another one who he almost took her song word for word verbatim.
Elvis.
Elvis
Yeah.
Presley, even
Mm-hmm.
back then, right? So they propped up this white artist to do these things to tap into this market. Well, anyway, long story short, he still had to practice. He still had to sing. He
Right.
spent a lot of time with black folks growing up anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
So pick up on some mannerisms. I say all that to say he shortcutted it to a degree, but there was still work involved. A lot
Right.
of the new artists, though, they're circumventing that, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're going completely around all of that and getting right into it. So much so, here's what you probably wouldn't see this coming, but I was listening to Ali Sadiq. Ali Sadiq is a comedian, right? And he's a great comedian. He's an older comedian. He's about 40, 50 years old or whatever the case may be. He's been around for a while. You didn't hear about him. One of the things he said, though, that stood out to me recently in the interview was how many times he was rejected. But this is what he said. He said that he got rejected because even though, from winning an Emmy, I think it was from winning an Emmy, he said his name was on that list several years in a row. He said, but the difference is that he didn't play by the same rules. So I'm speaking to maybe possibly what's happening in this new generation. He didn't go by the same rules, right? They wanted you to be able to sign with these people, do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. He was like, I'm not doing none of that. So
Mm-hmm.
he self funded, put his own shit out. And this is what he said. He said, how are they going to give me an Emmy when if you prop me up and give me this award, what that does is just opens up the floodgate for all the people saying, well, fuck that process y'all talking about. I'll shortcut this shit. I'll go straight to YouTube because he did it.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Davis is a new comedian. Ryan Davis pitched his thing all the way to Netflix several times. They told him no. He financed his own comedy special, did stupid numbers, still doing stupid numbers from that comedy special, And now he's getting a lot of play. You hear his name mentioned in a lot of these common circles now. You're hearing Ryan Davis. Industry plant, you can say whatever you want to say. I don't really believe that. But what I will say is maybe there's also something to people kind of finding a new way, right? Giving you a new paradigm to view it through. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Um,
Potentially,
mm,
as
yes,
far as
I mean,
how we get to
right.
where we go.
Right.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
like I'm a
You don't have
therapist,
to
right?
follow the path.
Yeah, I'm a therapist. I went through 8 years of school and then some. That's to give me a certain level of designation. Yes, there is a sense of wanting to take Dr. Cheyenne Bryant,
Okay.
right? Let's take
Hmm.
her. So I go to school, I earn what I earned. He goes to school. So she had her master's degree. I don't know what it was in, but she did have her master's degree. But then she goes into starts the doctorate. Apparently, I don't think she ever finished it because the school shut down. I know that school though because I looked at that school and I questioned their
Credential.
validity and
Hmm.
credentials. Yeah, I questioned them back in the day because I was like, yeah, I'm not really sure. This seems like it might be one of them rumor degree mill schools. So I was
Like
like,
the
let me
why.
not because I don't want my credentials to be questioned like that. So then
Hmm.
I ended up going to a PWI and I ended up looking at other schools like for a doctorate. But the point of what I'm saying is people were up in the uproar in our field because she circumvented the system.
Hmm.
Whereas I quote unquote these other people, I had to do this. I have to keep paying supervision fees for someone to supervise my work, for someone to sign off on my work. You circumvented all of that.
Right.
And now they're propping you up as this. You're on the level with what's your boy name?
Dr.
Fuck.
Umar.
Yeah, not even him. I was gonna
Oh,
say the white dude that
Farrakhan.
no nigga the white dude that was over there with Oprah,
Oh, Dr.
Doctor
Phil.
Doctor yeah Doctor
Phil.
Phil. You
Oh,
so now
Donahue.
we're yeah no not Donnie but Doctor Phil.
Okay.
Yeah. So now you're all of a sudden you're on this platform at this level, but we're not. And I think there's a level of envy to that though.
Well, what are
You
we
know?
envious for? I mean, I don't
No.
understand. Are you saying this is a good thing or a bad thing? I'm trying to figure out
I'm
where you're coming from.
saying it's something that's worth looking further into because could it be envy as to why we feel some kind of way about the process that they're taking, that they're getting to this whatever level,
I
right?
see what you're saying. Yeah.
Because but then at the same time, it's like, man, but there's maybe what if that system was just flawed to begin with? Like, can I sit shoulder to shoulder with a person who has no credentials, but I went to school? Yes, I went to school because that's my route. I enjoy that shit, right? I'm a big fan of learning. I love
Mhm.
to learn. So I don't give a fuck if this nigga can barely graduate high school. That doesn't mean that nigga doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah.
Because when
Okay.
you get what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah. I see what you're saying. And this is interesting because I think I remember when I brought Doctor, Cheyenne Bryant. Okay. I'm gonna say doctor because that's what we know her as, and so there's no, whatever. But for me, and I remember bringing this up to you before because I almost brought it up as a topic on the podcast, and I actually have another topic, you guys. It's a video I want to watch. It's a dating video. Okay, anyway, listen, but forget that. Back to this. Yes, because dynamicist. Oh, I hate calling you that. You whoo.
You
Anyway,
hate anything that's different other than what you want to do.
anyway, you say shit. Please. Anyway, okay. No, for real. Okay, so Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Okay, so using her as an example, this is my thing. So I understand what you're saying. So when you say could it be envy, that's like don't hate the player, hate the game type shit. Okay,
Mm.
I get that. I get that.
Okay.
Okay,
I like that.
my only issue is, I mean, don't be mad at me because I was able to become your boss without going to school, and you was in school for all these years, and I'm telling you what to do now. You mad at me now? In the workplace, that happens,
Co-
right? And then
Man,
you
that
had,
hey, that's a everyday lived experience right there.
mhm.
Our
Yeah, so don't
grandmother,
be mad at that.
well, our grandmother, she that's the reason why she told me what she told me. Well, she said, and I'll never forget this. I never forget where we were at because we were on Rimpaw. And she said, I don't care what you go to school for,
Hey, fam.
but go to school.
Okay.
And she said, because when you go to school, it's going to give you keys to open doors that would otherwise be closed. I'm
Mm-hmm.
still quoting grandmommy, and this is well over 30 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But what I found out was that scenario was her scenario because when she was working all them years in probation, 25 years, 30 years, you had this little motherfucker that had an education. They leapfrogged her
Mm-hmm.
to a position of authority. Now,
Mm-hmm.
granted, they were white, so you can make of that what you will. But her thing was they made it seem like it was education. This is
The
back in the
degree
80s, early
validate.
90s. This was what they made it seem like. But
Mm-hmm.
we know things are a little bit different now. So back to that statement that you're making, and that's a great one. You go through all, you're loyal at the job. You do all, you know how many times we've seen fucked up employees somehow leapfrog everybody into positions, whereas they didn't do half of the shit you did, but yet they got the position or they got the promotion.
Mm-hmm.
They're not even as knowledgeable as you
Well,
about the
yeah,
job.
because then it goes into not what you know, but who you know type shit. But okay, but to get back to like, then I'm gonna go on to the next thing. But to get back to what you were saying about the whole AI thing and the music, right? And just the why do we feel this way against AI music specifically? And what are we missing out on? And is there just a different way to get whatever this result is that you want? Is there more than one way to get there? Okay. And when we listen to music, and music being so instrumental, right, with how we live our, especially black people, when it comes to music, it's big for us, from the hymns all the way down to the strip club, right? So when I was a stripper, I'm telling you, in the clubs, we really, the DJ, okay, anyway, this is here and that. But yes, music plays a big part. Okay, so now with that being said, going back to real quick, because this Cheyenne Bryan shit, this doctor. Listen, my only thing with that, and you mentioned you went through the process, got your degree. My thing is first of all, stop lying. I don't like the lying. That's what I don't like. It's the you're trying to be a life coach, quote unquote, for people, and you're lying. Make it make sense. Those two don't go together. I'm not. How you gonna be life coaching a coach? What is a coach, Jason? What is a coach? That's somebody who does what?
you talking about in light or
Just
kind of
period. A coach.
contrasted against like a therapist, or you mean like
No,
just
just
in
like, what
general?
does a coach do? Any kind of
A
coach.
coach is an encourager. A
Yeah.
coach is someone who speaks to that space in you, to kind of give you like that reinforcement, the positive reinforcement. Sometimes negative. Um, it's a variety of different ways coaching kind of can see itself, but the idea behind coaching is coaching doesn't create, coaching fosters what's already there or brings out what's already there, right? It doesn't place it there, if that makes sense.
Right. Now,
Um,
okay, listen to the typical Webster dictionary. I just looked it up because just so we could get it. A person who trains or instructs individuals. Period. That's it. A person who trains or instructs individuals. So if you're going to train or instruct someone, You're not going to train and instruct me, and you're a liar. Well, I don't want someone who's not truthful to train or instruct me. So that was my thing with Cheyenne. I rather you keep it a buck. There's a lot of people who are life coach. Life coach is a fairly new thing. That wasn't always the case. That is the avenue. Life coaching is the avenue. When you talk about being able to get to our bottom line in different ways, life coaching is one way, a doctorate and in is another way, right? The bottom line is you're both coaches. You're both a form of a coach, somebody who trains and instructs, right? And helps, whatever, motivates, whatever, right? One is credentialed and one is not. But you both have trying to get people to the same bottom line. So my
Well,
thing
we
is, do not lie to the individual who's asking for a coach.
well, okay, I see what you're saying.
That's not fair to me. I may care that you're credentialed. That may matter to me. And
Yeah.
I have the right to choose that. If you, even if you're not telling me I'm credentialed, but you're misleading me, but with the word doctor or doctorate, that's misleading. Come on, there should be some kind of criminal. I feel like that's a criminal offense. Obviously, it's not. She's not hasn't been charged with it.
Well,
So I
it
don't know.
depends because there was a story about a kid back in the day, a few years back. He started a whole MD practice, a whole ass MD practice where he had patients and shit.
Mm-mm.
Um,
That's criminal.
Now,
Sure, gotta be.
how he went about it, how he did it, I haven't the slightest idea, but the little nigga was a genius, clearly,
Mm-hmm.
because he was able to see the system. I'm talking about he was young. Like we're talking about, I want to say he got started when he was a teenager.
Mm.
And people were coming to him as an actual physician. And he had an
I mean,
office.
I'm good. I'm going to my
Again.
doctor. I
But
haven't checked nothing.
yeah, you know what though? I
I'm
guess to that point, credentials, it's a double-edged sword because a part of it requires you to play by a system and play by the rules of that system. Ideally, there are supports in place, and ideally, it's to protect the industry. Ideally, I think though, what a lot of that shit has become is our money grabs. I really do think that. At the end of the day, I think it's a money grab. Um, how do you ultimately protect your industry or your field from anybody saying that
scam.
you had, yeah, or have these certain types of designations? Yeah, okay, I guess I can see that part too. But like for instance, when it comes to for me, certain things I decided to forego because I'm not going the route of using insurance. Like that will never my all my clients are always self-pay. And there's a reason for that though, because I don't agree with what insurance does. I don't agree with how they mandate how things have to be done.
Mm-hmm.
And so they put limitations, right? On time frames, how long you can be in therapy. Um they put requirements like as far as rendering diagnosis. It's kind of like a sped through because again, insurance is
True.
let's hurry up and wrap them up and move them on. Matter of fact, you're in, you know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I mean, that's true.
let's
There
wrap them
are,
up and move them
but
niggas on.
also, there is accountability too for the therapist because insurance if you're a doc, not even a therapist, it's a doctor, any professional provider that is in an agreement with the insurance because the provider is in a contractual agreement with the insurance, and you two come up with agreements. It protects the patient in the sense that they can't be overcharged because it's
Okay.
only a certain amount that this provider is contractually able to
Allowed.
charge you,
Yeah. Okay.
right, an allowed amount. Whereas if you're treated as a cash patient, they can bill you whatever the fuck they want to bill you, $1,000, fifteen hundred
Oh,
dollars for 15
come
minutes
on.
if they fucking want to, right? And
Okay.
it don't, but
Respect.
this way. But anyway, okay. So anyway, we going on here
Yeah,
now.
that's a good point though.
Okay, so listen. K2 thinks he's babyface over here making AI sound. Okay, right. So, but okay, let's talk about that. Good point, kid. Listen, and then that also goes with Grizz too. Okay, so there
Hold
are
on.
a lot of people.
Who's
K2
babyface?
uses the app. Babyface, the singer. Kid saying K2 thinks he's babyface because he's over there using the AI app
Oh,
making the song. The niggas over there doing too much per
K2.
usual, per usual. Um, but but it's a creative outlet. So AI, I think for people that have that enjoy playing with
Mm.
it, right? I think they're having fun with it, and they're not trying to mislead you to think that they're blah blah blah. They're literally, it's a creative outlet, and I think that's fair too. I think it's not all bad. Again, and then we're gonna wrap it up because I want you guys to see this video. So stay here for this next video. I want your opinion.
Fuck this
Um,
video.
fuck you. See, listen. So, but no, I think it's fair to say people have fun with it, and I think that's okay. Again, it's not the AI itself or whatever. It's what we all with this, with anything, money, anything. It's what we do with the shit that makes it fucked up. The internet, all of it, the dating apps, whatever it be doing. Okay, speaking of dating apps, okay. Now, listen. Okay, listen. I always say listen because I want somebody to listen. Okay, here we go. Watch this video. Jason, I'm gonna share it. She's 50 years old, okay? She said, make sure the penis works. All right, here we
Oh
go.
God.
I mean, it's so ridiculous. No, I don't know that it's ridiculous. I don't know that it's ridiculous. That's why I want to know. Because let's be fair. Talk to me.
I live in North Carolina, but I'm on the cruise ship right now.
Oh, you're on a cruise ship. Okay, enjoy your life. But you live in North Carolina.
Yes,
North Carolina, how old are you?
I'm 50.
50. What you do for a living?
I'm a nurse.
A nurse. Do you have any kids?
I have 5 adult kids.
Oh, hope it doesn't mess up. How old are your 5 adult kids?
32. No, 4, 32,
Ooh.
27, 24.
I really don't care.
How about the same man?
No, 3 men.
3 men. Have you ever been married?
I was divorced.
When'd you get to-
14 years ago.
Oh, okay. And what? Oh, you're a nurse. And what's your zodiac sign? Is it Monad? What's your
Yes,
zodiac
it is.
sign?
I'm a Leo. I'm so nervous.
They're
Oh
telling
God. Oh
me-
God.
No, I watch you every night, and
Don't do too
I'm a
much
night
to
nurse. So
Leos.
every time you're on, I'm at work.
Okay.
So I've never gotten on. So
Well,
sorry, cousin. Never been here.
She's never been here, cousins. All right, let's get
Right.
into it.
It's
Monad,
all
North
about her.
Carolina,
We know.
50, Leo, is a nurse, currently on a cruise ship, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mom's of 5 kids by 3 men, married once, correct?
Yes.
Did you marry one of your children's dads?
My 2 daughters, the 2 younger ones.
Okay, got you. All right, Monad, what kind of man you looking for, girl?
A real man. Somebody that knows themselves. Somebody that's loyal. Somebody that just knows they're ready to live life. Like, I run into so many guys that just don't know what they want. I don't want a man that I have to take care of because I'm not gonna. I need him to be stable. Just be a grown up. I'm 50. I'm too old for games.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
Bad hygiene. Little penises. can't do little penises.
Wait, give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, so okay, he has to be well endowed.
Yes.
Okay, anything else? Continue.
So deal breaker. So no small penises. It has to work. Men of my age that I meet, they have erectile issues and they don't want to correct them, and that's a no for me. Um,
Be fair.
Can I just say, I mentioned this earlier tonight on Facebook, and I was talking to my godmother last night about that. And basically, my godmother's in her 60s, but she was saying if I talk to a lot of women in that age category, they would share that that is an issue for men in their age category. So he has to have a big penis and a working penis.
it definitely has to work because let me be real.
We
These
know you
men,
got 5 kids. You like to fuck. We know.
they talk too much.
They talk too much.
If they just stop talking and let somebody, because to me, if you're into somebody, then all that stuff, it can be worked on, right? But when you come in the gate and you're talking about what you're gonna do to me and how you're gonna, what you doing it with, first of all, that's number one. Second of all, I just feel like at this age, everybody has some type of issues that they're dealing with. Just be willing to deal with them, because I come across men all the time who either can't get it up or can't keep it up. And I'm a nurse, so I suggest, go talk to your physician. There's things that you can get. Everything, they're the man, they're macho. This and
no,
I need a
no
man that
judgment, truth. But I saw
doesn't
that.
just bark out things. They can take correction also, because we all nobody knows everything.
Men are unable to take correction, she said, and they don't want to do anything about it. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. We're not gonna sit right here for a long time, okay? But so far, high
She's
level,
full. She's full of shit.
why did you have an issue with that part?
Oh, I got an issue with all this shit, to be perfectly honest with you. But nevertheless, I mean, you can keep running it and we can surmise it up when we get there, because she may have some redeeming qualities moving forward. I don't know, but I feel some kind of way about that.
Do you? I mean, I did
Yeah.
too when
And,
I was
and I feel some kind of way because again, we're using these measuring standards, but they're not equal. We're measuring out shit. It's almost like when you're switching between standard measurement to metric. The shit doesn't equate. They're not the same. So if you're going to do something, do you know, like in America, well, here we use a system of measurement and weight that no one else in the world uses. Everywhere else in the world uses a different system. Well, what we also know is that this system has figured out a way how to completely shift that whole narrative so that things will now work in the favor of the way they want things to work here. All I'm saying is keep the shit fair. If you're going to be okay, if it's going to be okay to have to make these type of statements, then don't get your motherfucking panties in a bunch when dudes start making other types of statements that y'all feel like are so unfair.
your pussy.
That's not that has nothing to do with her qualities of who she is and what she is. Because this shit's gonna give misogyny in 10 seconds. In
Okay.
10 seconds, it might. But the truth of the matter is, it's just about fairness and being equal. And it doesn't matter how we look at that. I have a problem with that and to a degree. Because she did make one statement. There was one caveat. She did say, and they're not willing to work on it.
Right.
Sex is important. Fair enough. I will tell you this though.
True. Right. I
I
didn't think
will
about
tell you
that.
this. I have a philosophy about what she's talking about. Y'all niggas ain't heard before. Unless you heard me say it before. But
Right.
if you ain't heard me say it before, y'all ain't heard this shit before. This is different. I legitimately, and I'm looking at life and I'm seeing something populate that just is starting to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, make the shit make sense for me in the way that we've structured it. And to me, it does not.
So some men
I
are
think,
going to have an opinion about the statement that she made. And Kendra's gonna address it because it what you're saying is kind of is what how men feel about it for the most part. Like give it up, lady. Okay, so here we go. Hold on.
So I feel like you can learn from each other. So back to that. I don't want no man who dick don't work. It's not going to happen. I'm going to tell you.
Here we go.
Wait, the Wi-Fi is messing up. After you said it's not going to happen, you went out.
I'm going to leave if your dick don't work.
See that now that kind of shit right there, that blanket statement, it is for me, and I'll keep going because I want to get through it. For me, I want from the very beginning. She's 50 years old. She's my age. She's a black woman. She's on a cruise ship, which I'll be here soon.
oh God.
So anyway, so with that being said, I relate
Hold
to her.
on. In your room, talking on FaceTime.
And she's
Say
a
less. Go
Leo.
ahead.
And she's a Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, so I want, as much as with all that being said, we're very similar in that way. But I want to be, I want to be, Jason, I want to be on her
We share similarities. Okay.
team. Yeah,
I
yeah.
got it.
I want to be on her team so bad. But bitch, you're losing me. Bring it back. You're a whole nurse out here. You're giving
A
Indian Irish,
whole ass
a
nurse.
whole nurse with this superficial bullshit. But then the other side of me, Jason, is saying, listen, it's 2026, bitch. Go for it. Get it how you live. Say what you want and mean it. 10 toes. If that's what the fuck you looking for, but don't get mad when you get a nigga whose dick is big, it works, and he's using it with you and somebody else. He's shit.
Okay.
His dick is
Yeah.
so grand that he's multiple women sitting on it, twisting on it. Now shut
On a regular basis. Now
on a
be
regular.
okay with that.
As a matter of fact, while you're on the cruise, he's getting his dick sucked. Okay. Okay, gotta go. We go. I'm just saying.
No. Let's talk about this.
Okay, come on, let's talk about it. Wipe down. We talking
Because
about big little dicks. Come on in. Welcome in. Wipe down. Go ahead. Wipe down. We talking about old men with dicks that don't work. Come on in. Go ahead.
first of all, wife.
Jason's talking right now. Wipe down. Hold on.
First of all, wife. That is not what we're explicitly talking about.
Neither
Mm.
here nor there. Okay, go ahead.
Neither here nor no. But
No.
no, but in a real way though, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I think what we're using to measure relationships, I think it's really flawed though to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
Because we will measure out these standards. And let me just say this. I'm gonna paint this picture. I had a female tell me one time, I told her, I said, hey, I'm into like the poly type of experience, right? I told her that. And I said, I want a girlfriend. Now, do I have reasons for that? My reasons then are not the same as my reasons today, but I did say this, right? She countered with this one statement. She said, okay, well, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And if you want a girlfriend, then you're going to have to be okay with me having a boyfriend. Now, I could not stomach that at that time. You know what I ended up doing with that? Let's put a pin in that shit. Because I'm not willing to share you with somebody else. And to a degree, in this type of scenario, it's unfair for me to expect you to be okay with sharing me with somebody else. This was at that time. Again, my rationale is totally different today than it was then, but I'm using this as an example of measuring out things equally and fairly
Mm-hmm.
because that's what you can expect to be measured out to you. I cannot expect, I cannot give something that I'm not willing to receive in return. And I cannot expect something that I'm not willing to give.
Okay.
So if your expectation for her is, well, he has to X, Y, and Z, right? And again, there are plenty of ways to do it. I know plenty of women. I don't know them personally. No, I've heard
Mm-hmm.
plenty of women have said, we listen, it's bigger than just that part. There's other ways that we can be intimate versus just having sex. There's plenty of ways we can do that. Ladies, you can chime in, say, hey, that's a bunch of bullshit. I need my quit. I need penetration. You can say whatever you want to say. We'll respect what you have to say because you're a woman. But I'm just going off of like these generalities. I've heard that more from women that say, hey, it doesn't really necessarily matter as much. It's more so about the intimacy. And so there's ways that we can do things. There's creative ways we can be. Men, ego driven, sometimes will fall off the wagon because we can't perform in that way. That's just a part of our biology. Um, but I just think it's so fucking unfair. I think it's terribly unfair to make those type of statements because you didn't even mention anything about this motherfucker's character. You said nothing about character.
That's why
All you
we probably
said,
keep going, because she's going to
oh,
speak to that. She's going to speak to that in a second, because I agree.
no, hold on. That was the first thing she talked about because Kendra left it open ended.
But it's
You
going
hit
to come
with,
up. Even Kendra said, because somebody else said that in the comments. Kendra's going to speak on it, and I hear what you're saying. I was
yeah,
feeling the same way, but she was saying that in her defense, Kendra said, I asked her what were her deal breakers. And you're right, Jason. Her deal breakers, her first are superficial deal breakers. Like, why why is the dick size? Because she kept saying, well, that's my deal breaker. We get it. We get it. It's you're the one on the show. You're the one looking for love or whatever the fuck they look for on the show. What a date. But if you come on this motherfucker talking about dick and money, to me, I don't like it. Me personally, but Kendra was saying she's answering my question. Like, this is, and she said, well, she's gonna say, well, Kendra asked the question. Like, don't get mad at me. I'm answering it the way I want to answer, and we get it, and we're gonna make an example out of you. So sit the fuck back and become an example. Okay, here we go.
oh,
On
okay.
Unlatched, we're gonna use your fake India Irie wearing Jill Scott having
Oh, oh,
full
she's getting crunkled
spotlight
up now.
for you, motherfucker. You. Okay, here we go.
Are you gonna tell him that are you gonna tell him this?
I tell them. You know why I tell them, Kendra? Because a lot of women don't. And so they walk around with this ego and they think that their shit don't stink. If you're more honest with people, then maybe they'll get it and they'll work on themselves. But I
get it and work on himself. You want him to grow his dick, bitch? Work on himself is be kinder. Nigga, watch your tone, how you talk to me. That's working on yourself, bitch. Not how big his dick is. How does he work on that?
How does he?
Does he do sit-ups, bitch? Dick sit-ups? The fuck? Crazy bitch. Going back to this.
Feel like women don't tell men things because maybe they don't want to hurt their feelings or something. But listen, to thyself be true. I'm gonna tell you your shit stink.
And I'm gonna tell you your pussy and you gonna be mad.
I want you to tell me if there's things I need to work on. because I'm going to work on them. And I'm going to do the same to you.
So this could be said. So I want you to respond to this. Some men will say, "Well, how do you know he couldn't be excited enough by you to get an erection?"
And it could be true.
Okay. So how do you know that that's not the case, opposed to his penis doesn't work?
Oh, okay.
Let's just say that the men that I've come across who that has happened to, we figured out why.
Okay.
Like my
I can
nurse
tell you
brain
why.
turns on, right? I'm not just speaking from a woman's perspective saying that your dick should work, right? I know how physiologically the penis works. And so when you have high blood pressure, you're a black man taking lisinopril, you're addicted to sugar. There's a lot of things that can stop your penis from working. And if it's because you're not attracted to me,
come back
you're
in a few
all
minutes.
over me like a horn dog. So, if your body's saying no, that could be the case, but that's not. It could be the case. I'm never going to say that it's not, but these men are after me. So if you're after me and then we're doing the do, and then it.
Well, this is what I was saying. I believe what you're saying to be true, but I just wanted you to respond to that for the men because there are some men, I think that's a very hard thing for them to accept, right? It's not an easy thing for a man to accept that he can no longer get an erection. So sometimes they deflect and say, well, maybe it's just you. Maybe I just can't be excited about you. And two things could be true. But I do believe what you're saying is the truth. But I just wanted you to respond to it because I know a man or two would say that situation.
And if it's me, then why are you coming back?
Okay. Let's keep going.
Oh, so now these niggas are trying not to be superficial, but now that's not enough. So they're trying to be genuine and like you for who you are. So they're coming back, even though you're not doing something sexually for them, but yet, not only are all men ain't shit, not only are all men dogs, but yet that's not appreciated, nor is that valued, right? Mm-hmm. So now there's some sinister ulterior motive other than the fact of, well, listen, I know I'm not perfect. Shit, I can accept that I'm not perfect. So why can't I accept that she's not? So there's some things but maybe we could work some things out. It's like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Mm-hmm. Like, right. And I get it. I get it. But come on, man. We gotta grow the fuck up. There's clearly, let me tell you what's going on with these niggas that she's dealing with. You giving masculinity. You're not giving femininity.
Wait, hold up, Jason. That niggas is about to say that. They about to say that.
You giving it.
They're about to tell her she's masculine, bruh.
I didn't see the video. But I'm sensing and I'm smelling what the fuck you giving off, that aroma, and that aroma don't say femininity. I told a woman one time, I said,
femininity, y'all.
Man, I said, just in the simplest terms, I was like, man, you smell good. She said, what do I smell like? I said, femininity. Just that's as simple or as loaded as you might want to say that term is. That's how simple it is in our thought process and how our experience of life. It's doing something for me. It does something for me. Just your femininity alone. So that whole being required to operate in your and again, we talked about this when as it relates to this world space, which is why I don't agree with our women being involved in these marketplaces. I don't fucking like it. I don't think I don't think it speaks to it. We had a whole podcast and I remember saying a statement like that, and it may sound like I'm being whatever, but I'm not. What I'm saying is, I don't think that these systems are designed to value your femininity, which means that you're having to put aside your femininity and operate in your masculinity when it comes to this workspace and the workforce. That's just the way it is. For example, in this country, you might get 3 months for having a child. Other countries, you get 6, 9 months a year. Why in the fuck would those women get 9 months to a year, but these ones we get 90 motherfucking days or whatever it is, right? Here. That's the point of what I'm saying. The one thing a woman can do that no other fucking species or creature on this planet can do is bring forth human life and the process it takes to do that. Yet, we say, here, bitch, you get 90 days. Get your shit together and get back out here.
Mm-hmm.
Tighten it up and get back in this workforce. Be like a nigga. In other words, operate in your masculinity because men don't require family leave. Now, on the other hand, overseas, they will give men and women months to a year for the same exact process because we understand to develop a healthy family, you need both them motherfuckers together. So here they're not. So don't argue with me about some simplistic bullshit. What I'm telling you is just right here in our face. You're not allowed to operate in your femininity in this space, which is why I don't think our women, should be operating in it. Fuck this. We got to figure out a new system, figure out another way. But you cannot operate in femininity in this system. So again, her thing is, I feel like she's giving masculinity. I'm not interested in that. That doesn't do anything for me. I'm not interested in the carbon copy of who I am. That's not what gets me going. That may get some people going. It doesn't get me going. Although, if we want to get serious, I like what's my girl name? Remy Ma. Not Remy Ma. What's my girl name? She's a rapper we were talking about. Young M.A.
Okay.
Young M.A. And I was watching an interview with her and she was talking about, yeah, this is my thing. Like, this is how I present. And I love the consistency of who she is. And she was talking about how she somehow attracts women who are not gay. They are straight women, but I guess curious or whatever the case may be. That it's just something about me and it just, I don't know, it just whatever. And so they were asking us some questions about that. But again, the point is, there are some things about us that just kind of give off these aromas and these scents. And in her case, I know for a fact her issue is that's her biggest issue when it comes to the men she's dealing with, is because
So,
it's triggering those reactions.
so I'm gonna go back to the video. Israel, thanks for that comment. You're saying one too many women think can't stand rejection. I think you're saying one too many women think
Yeah.
men can't stand rejection. If he's not, something is wrong with him.
Yo,
What is
no,
Israel saying?
women. I think it's women can't stand rejection. And what they could be saying, because I actually agree with that in the simplest forms, is because
What is
she'll make the issue about her, and it has nothing to do with her, maybe, right? Because then she feels rejected because his dick don't work, so it's got to be something wrong with me. Again, not this lady, but I'm talking about in other cases
oh
and quite a few other ones where women will say, "Oh, I'm not attractive," or "He doesn't find me
is that
attractive,"
what this
or
person is
something.
saying?
I think that's what they're saying,
Oh,
is that far too often women seem to not be able to accept rejection. So then they feel like they internalize that. I think in a lot of cases that is the case because you women think when men cheat it's because of them and it ain't got shit to do with you.
mm,
Like why do like again the the psychology, what goes on in the minds of men is different
Well, I think
than
you.
what
I don't
goes
know.
on in yours.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the video.
Deal breakers.
Oh, I said bad hygiene, penis doesn't work. If you don't have a car, if you live with somebody else at your big, no.
If say it again, honey.
You have to have a job. You have to have a car. You have to have. I said if you don't have a vehicle, that's a no. If you don't live on your own, that's a no. And if you're not gainfully employed, that's a no.
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
Not necessarily. Just clean cut, take care of himself. Black.
Okay. Black. I know you're on a cruise. Is this the best? I know you're on a cruise, so we're trying to keep the Wi-Fi going. Is this the best place for your Wi-Fi?
I'm not sure, but I'm trying not to move it.
Okay. I'll just try to go fast. You do have a paid question. I'm gonna read it. You ready? Okay. Chance the Chief said, Monette, sister, you're cooked. You're the reason men can't get it up. Masculine as hell. What straight man is getting it up to a man energy like that?
A lot of them.
You just said they're not.
And like I said, if I'm the issue, then why are you still chasing me around? Okay. There's an issue with you.
Okay. So a lot of them. How do I put this up? Divine Photo says, you rough around the edges, leading with sex. Plus, if sex was important, why haven't the men flocked to marry you?
I didn't lead with sex. You asked me my deal breakers.
This is true. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And you've been married, correct?
I have.
Okay. All right, let's keep going. So I actually think I had to look a certain way. Do we got to make a certain amount of money?
At least 80.
At least 80. Should he be in North Carolina?
It doesn't have to be. I travel a lot.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra cam. That's when you stand up and we see your full body.
Come on, Troop. Speak on it. Yes.
A little bit. I'm gonna try to make you see mine.
Okay, yeah, if you move back. Okay. We can see your full body. Okay, we see you on that. How long you been on this cruise for?
4 days.
The Wi-Fi just got really good, so stay right here. When was your last relationship?
4 years ago.
I'm gonna say 2 years ago. I've had situationships since then.
Come on, Susan.
No, you don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Oh, Kendra, y'all gonna eat me up. Yeah. About to eat me up.
You don't have to answer, but if you want to share, you
today.
can.
Today.
Weekend. On the cruise?
There we go.
No, ma'am. Before I came on the cruise.
Okay, is that guy an option?
He could be.
He could be. Okay.
First of all, stop.
No, she's lying.
Is that guy an option?
I call Cat.
Could be. Bitch. If he was an option, why doesn't he want to be with you? And why are you on this show? The truth is, he doesn't want you. He'll fuck, but he doesn't want to be with you for real. And then I want you to take that girdle off, okay? Because it's giving pushed up and pulled in. Just be you. Let it hang, ma'am. Because I feel like this is fake.
Let's see.
I feel like your body figure is fake because you have on Spanx and whatever else you can squeeze that ass into. Okay? But do you? My thing is, don't come on this motherfucker with, we talked about these titles and being a doctor and you ain't no real doctor. Okay? I want you to cut the shit, ma'am. I don't like.
You said cut the shit.
I cut the shit. because I don't like doing this to my sister. I don't. Okay, we are sisters here. And listen, I'm 50 again. I just told you how much I could relate to this lady. We both make six figures. We're both in our 50s. We're both on a cruise. We're both gonna be we're both gonna be on a cruise. We're both Jason, go with it. We're both
Come on, keep going. No, come on, keep
we're
going.
both
Let,
Leos.
let's
Okay.
play the whole tape.
No, but
And
and we are going. What did I miss?
you both are gonna be sitting in your room
You were gonna be, you both gonna be sitting in your room.
while, while there's a whole world of shit going on the ship. You both will be sitting in your room talking about
About something.
talking
Y'all
about.
talking about where y'all going? Why you going without me? Like, about why I can't go? Y'all
Yeah,
didn't tell me about this. Right.
yeah. I
Oh
keep
God.
telling her, you gonna leave me the fuck alone on this birthday cruise. You got a husband and you got a best friend. You niggas can be three peas in the pod. Leave me the
These
fuck.
niggas are trying to both him and you trying to both throw me overboard. We're not even on the cruise ship yet. Listen. Okay, wait. Listen now. Stop it. Y'all stop it. Okay, now.
You talk about, okay, guys, we got to work out every morning. No, the fuck, we don't. You do.
We have
Y'all
to
do.
work out. We have to work out every day. Okay, now listen. Now listen, guys. For real. Okay, so she wants. Okay, let's be fair. Be fair. And I'm going back to the video real quick. Okay, listen. She's on the dating show. It doesn't mean she's. Let's play devil's advocate. Okay, we're giving her a hard time, but she's not the only one that feels this way. She feels like she has a lot to offer. She has a great job. She's well traveled. She has adult children. She's living her best life. She's doing her. She makes good money and she loves sex. She wants to have great sex. And to have great sex for her, you have to have a good a big penis, and it has to work. And she said that she doesn't mind telling you, or having a discussion about it, because it could be your diet, it could be your medication. She recognizes that, and she does say that, well, it does, we could talk about it. But she also says that you men talk so much shit about what all you gonna do, baby. I'ma run your ass up and down this motherfucker. You gonna hang from the wall and the ceiling. I'ma place it on it. And then you get in the bedroom and it won't even get up. And she's tired of it. Okay? All right. Now, what's wrong with that? Go ahead. Your church, go ahead. She's speaking her truth. What's wrong with that?
Let me let me let me put this out there. There's a saying: you never want to overpromise and underdeliver.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
There is a saying. I'm not sure what men
Mhm.
would lead with that, knowing
Okay.
in your big age, you've clearly not been able to do that with 2.5 inches of dick. You can't last long, and
Hold on,
or
y'all.
in her case, you can't even get it up.
Right.
I'm sorry.
He's not saying that. So we're
I'm
saying,
gonna call cap on that,
okay,
because
okay.
if I know that my dick don't work,
And since
what
your
the
dick is
fuck?
little, you already know.
Hold on, say that.
No,
Hold on.
wait,
What'd you say?
wait,
No, no, no,
not
no. Hold on.
you. It came out
No,
from.
no, no. Let's
Wait,
go back.
wait. I didn't really. Wait,
I
as it was
want.
coming out, I was like, oh, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Uh, let me make sure I heard you correctly.
No.
Let me
Wait,
hold
no,
on. Let
listen.
me turn up my
I don't
volume.
know how
That's
big your dick is, okay? I'm
no, no.
not
Now
talking
run.
about your penis. I'm saying in general. I don't know anything about your genitalia. Okay. Now, what I do know is that you not what true. What was you saying earlier? Don't
Hold
write
on.
a check your ass can't cash. That's what
Listen.
you need to not do.
So this is, but again, this is what men are aware of this, right? I just so, and
Why
that
would
one
you
is
let him talk
so
about
superficial. That's the easiest one for a woman to smoke out,
true?
right? Because sex is important, right? Sex is something that we all, it's a pastime for some. It's a big ordeal for others. It's
Deal
a
breaker
it's
for
a
her.
it's an
Yeah.
event for some people, right?
Right.
Um, it's Nirvana for some as well. The thing the thing is that that's the easiest thing. A woman will know that sooner than she'll know how much you make,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
Because typically, if
Mm-hmm.
she gives you the vibes, you're typically going to lean into it, right? You're typically going to, especially if you're single and out to mingle, blah, 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 blah. So
Right.
the point is like, I can't imagine a dude leading with that
Make it
and
all
knowing that that shit works. It's like if I'm going to go fishing, I'm not putting peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on my hook unless I know that they work.
right. 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 Right.
Now, ladies, here's some accountability.
Uh-huh.
If niggas is out here giving you shit like this, why in the fuck are y'all letting this shit fly?
Okay. That she said that. She said that's why she tells him. She'll be the one to let you know. She
No.
said that.
What
She
sh-
said
what
that.
she's saying is like what Truth said. She's speaking about her past. She's done it and found out that what they were saying was a lie. She believed them, and then she found out that they were lying.
Right.
That's what she means by that. So to me,
How else would you know? What do
I
you mean? What do you want her to do if she hasn't tried it?
no, that's what I'm saying. So which means that those simple ass lines are working
Oh. Oh. Oh.
for
Oh.
you.
Yeah.
So there's some accountability, and the accountability is, well, why the fuck would that work for you? Like, can we own some shit?
And how do you get that far? Well, okay, it's okay. I don't
Yeah.
understand.
So again, my thing is that I call cap because I'm like, I don't think dudes will really be saying this because again, it's like I remember I was a teenager and I made this statement because I learned even then. I was aware then.
Yeah.
There's no point of you saying something. I got 12 inches of dick. He's going to know. She's
Right.
going to see it. She's going to brush up against it. She's going to
She's
grab
gonna
it
grab
or
it. She's
feel it.
gonna hold on to it. She's gonna suck on it. She's gonna do all of these things to know how
She
big it is.
so there's no point of you leading with that. So I used to say weird shit like, "Oh, it's I've got a fingertip," just because
So that
obviously you
when
will
it's
call
your index, she's surprised because she was expecting a pinky.
or whatever the case may be. What I'm saying is, it's like
Oh,
I would always under exaggerate rather than over
right,
because then it's a talking point. But I'm like, listen,
right, right.
who the fuck
Okay,
is letting that shit slide?
right.
That's crazy. It's
So
crazy work.
the truth is losing it. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Well, Jason, I don't know what we're saying, but if I go back and listen to this, this is gonna be off the chain. Are you okay? I don't know. He's talking about his disappearing. Okay, he's using an example. Here we go. It's an example, guys. Come
First of all,
on, Jay. We got. I can't wait till AI picks some random shit up for this motherfucker, boy. If it talked about your penis size, it's not gonna be me. It's gonna be AI. I'm telling
no, but
you right
they making that shit up.
now.
'Cause
Three
I
flaws
didn't
you have
say
to work on.
Well, according to your cousins,
Oh,
I'm
her
super masculine.
wait. She's asking her flaws, Jason. She said, according to the people on the chat, she's super masculine. But let's see.
Am. I
He
am a
said she
Leo.
is.
So
Bitch, don't put that
there you go.
on
You
Leo.
niggas, you
Hell no.
niggas,
Wait. She said, I'm super masculine and I'm a Leo.
y'all
Bitch.
have Something in common. What's that? What's them commonalities? What?
Bitch, masculine wear, bitch. Wear. Okay, I'm so sorry. Masculine wear, hoe. Okay. Look at this. Look at nigga. Look at nigga. Look at True. I was gonna say this nigga. Big Leo energy. Right. Fuck that.
So, yeah, I can be masculine. I can be submissive to the right person.
Come on.
I think I can work on my patience because at
Mm,
my age, the smallest thing just it's not gonna work.
Yeah, me too.
So,
The smallest thing in all ways.
In always, right.
You don't like anything small on that, huh?
now listen, I don't want to. Like I said at the beginning, if you have feelings for somebody, the sex thing, the penis size, that can, that's negotiable. But
But ma'am, you lead with that. Why would you even bring it up? I would have never came on this show, Jason, talking about what are your deal breakers, a little dick and a dick that don't work. To me, that's that is immature and
very.
I would be it's giving low vibrational, it's giving superficial, it's giving you have bigger fish to fry, ma'am. It's giving you couldn't think of anything else on a whole platform where you're about to introduce yourself to the world. That's the best your educated RN nurse 106 figure having ass could come up with. Say it ain't so.
Say it ain't so.
Say it ain't so. You don't give a fuck if the nigga is kind, if the nigga believes in a higher power, if the nigga
Come
can read.
on.
So the nigga
So
could be hooked on phonics with a big dick. Been there, done that, ma'am. No, you don't want that.
well.
Trust me. Been there, done that. That's all I'm saying. You don't want hooked on phonics with a big dick. It never works. It never works. Who knows finesse 2 times, y'all, on TikTok? Cereal, number noodles, no packet. Okay, come on.
to me, what's more important is somebody's personality, how they treat you, how y'all
Now
vibe,
it's a
and things
Now
personality.
like
it's
that.
important.
It's
Now,
not all about sex.
wait, Jason, this is they was eating her ass up. She changed it. Oh,
Hold on. We are hour and 20 in, and now you're saying that. Now you should have led with that. Come on, man.
wants me to get off of the hooked on phonics and a big dick.
the penis. But sex is important in a relationship, in a marriage, intimacy, all those things is important. So if that part doesn't work right, like I said,
But she's putting intimacy and the size of his dick together. That is your mistake. That doesn't because a big dick and intimacy, that's not the same thing, ma'am. You're a
They're
nurse.
not.
You know that.
You should know that, but you don't know that. You're not. I don't even think she's from here. Let's just put that.
Who
Let's
you
get the
think?
cat out the bag.
Mars or just another country?
I think she's from another country.
You think so?
I don't think she's from here.
Maybe, huh?
It's given third.
It's
Fourth
given
world.
she's on a cruise to her country.
It's given.
Third world.
This is how she travels. Hold on, wait, no, no, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop.
Okay, we're so
Okay,
sorry.
but
We so sorry.
look,
Okay.
look.
What?
I get. Do I think it's okay for sex to be a deal breaker for some people? Yes. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that it should not be.
Right.
I am not saying that at all. Um, do I think that there should be concessions made because of that? I absolutely do believe that there should be concessions um made as it relates to that when it comes to people who are choosing to journey together.
Yeah.
I honestly think that you should be more open. We have to be more open about having these kinds of conversations and not be so stuck in this one thought process that that determines or requires adherence to one strict set of rules. I do not agree with that.
Right.
Susan, I think that there are things that we should be able to have a broader conversation when it comes to what a woman's needs are and whether or not they're being met. I
Yeah.
think that's a fair conversation to have.
Right.
That
Why would you say Susan?
because I like Susan. And I think if you gave Susan the opportunity to tell her truth,
Come on.
there'll be a whole lot of truths to be told.
Mm.
Now, whether or not Susan would ever open up and say some shit about what she goes through, who
Mm.
the fuck knows?
Right.
But I feel like there's a whole
There's a whole lot to Susan's story.
what kind of cat would that be? There's there's a cat. There's a cat in there. It might be a puma.
What?
It might.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
cougar.
No, no. I think Susan
Oh,
might
oh.
be a puma. She might be
What?
on.
Susan, how did you get put in this predicament? Susan, listen, I've always been on your team. Susan said, "What I do? Wait, okay, hold on, no pun intended." Right?
Yeah, no. There's a cat. Yeah, no pun intended on the cat piece. But
Oh, oh, oh,
yeah, she. I think there's. I think that there could be. It could be now.
oh. Okay, all right.
That being said,
Uh huh.
that being said, I think it's fair. I think we really do. We got to have these conversations. I think as healthy adults, conversations, we should
Yeah,
have them. I
yeah,
think when there's age brackets or age differences, we should have them. I
yeah.
think the same way that we're having conversations about end of life preparations, which as a person of color, it is not something that's highly talked about in our culture across the board.
Right.
We do not have those conversations as
And
frequently as we
what about
should.
the other one we talked about last week? That's another conversation. Prenup.
Yeah, prenups, right? We don't have these conversations as often as we should. However, I think for clarity's sake, it's important. So, with this scenario, yes, I do think sex is important. Do I think there should be concessions made? Yes. Do I think when you have age differences that there are some things that you will encounter? Do older men like younger women? Yes, there's a reason for that. Younger women like older men? Apparently they fucking do for whatever the fuck the reason for that is.
Mhm.
Do older women like younger men? Yes, they fucking do.
It's
They
about yeah,
clearly do.
yeah.
Clearly do. So I say that to say I think we've just made a bunch of rules up just to because and we're just following the script. We're
Mm,
following the script like fucking NPCs, which is a computer term, which means you're a non-playable character. You're just bouncing around. Like when you played Zelda and all them other motherfuckers in the city that you couldn't talk to. They
right,
just moving around doing shit, picking up radishes and shit
right,
and and putting them down but they're not a part of the main character of the show or the game. And
right.
in life, we are the main characters, but we're acting like NPCs and we're just bouncing around picking up radishes and shit because we don't even know why we're picking them up.
Right.
We're just picking up radishes and moving them from one place to the next.
Right.
Or like in Donkey Kong, rolling fucking barrels down a hill. What the fuck are we doing this for?
Right. Right. Right.
Right?
Right.
But the point of what I'm saying is, as I think that we gotta start having these conversations. Because man, when I tell you what's on the other side of a healthy motherfucking conversation, you talking about elation. And I'm not just talking about any conversation. I mean a healthy conversation where there's mutuality, where there's a two-way street. And sometimes, man, fucking roundabouts in that bitch, right? Because it allows the traffic to flow. And when traffic is flowing well, it's not pressured to the system. The
No.
same way that what happens when we have backups in traffic, the same way your stress level goes through the roof, is the same way when we're living our experience and we're not able to communicate effectively. There's a backup in the traffic. So what is it causing internally? It's causing a lot of angst and anxiety. When we can have healthy conversations and we can have nice roundabouts in that motherfucker. And so shit gets to flowing and I can flow and I can flow freely and I can be the unique person that I actually am. And I don't feel any less than. And my partner or the person who I've chosen to walk with, they can fuck with me on that level. I'm not I'm not performing for my person, nor does my person have to perform for me. This shit is not a fucking fairy tale. All we're talking about is setting a standard for us to be able to communicate with each other and not feel like we gotta hide behind fucking masks all the time.
And keep it a bug. Like I feel like with with this lady, and I don't obviously we don't know her, but even and I think she represents so many, not so many, but she represents probably a nice chunk of women who who it's just a lot. I feel like it's a lot going on with her. I just really do. I feel like she needs to figure it out. I don't know. I don't know what she needs to do. It's like, what do you want? I mean, you just fucked somebody last week. You said he's an option, but you're on this show, in this room, on this cruise. But if he's an option for you, apparently you're not an option for him. That has to hurt
Mm,
your feelings. That has
come
to hurt
on.
your feelings. And you can sit here behind all this bullshit, Leo energy. I'm a big Leo, masculine energy Leo, and I want this and A, B, and C. You can sit behind that and act like you are running the show, but you're not. You're really not. The show is being ran on you. You're not running the show, and you're just a participant. But you don't. You really want to, but you don't know how. You don't know how. And as long as your ego sitting right there the way it's where it's sitting, you won't. This will continue to be your reality. We're gonna come right back here 5 years from now. You're gonna still be looking for a big dick black man, um that makes the same amount of money as you. Come on, I want them to bring to the table what I got. People. This came up before on another show we had, but this is big for singles. I want them to have what I have. Remember, I brought that video with the homeless guy and
Oh yeah, yeah.
and
And then
homeless man, or she was
yeah.
she was homeless.
Hmm.
She was in a misplaced. She was living in a hotel and she was, having a hard time. And he was like, "You shouldn't be dating." Listen, that
And
that's
I didn't agree with that shit.
yeah, and I kind of did. I remember that conversation. Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, well, maybe she needs to be working on herself," and yeah. Mhm.
Again, dating. is getting to know. Again, I think it depends on what your definition of dating actually is
Mm-hmm.
in these particular. And again, this goes down to this is something I was talked about with like clients and stuff like that. Is that we're all speaking coded languages, all of us,
Mm-hmm.
without exception. There are things that I'm going to say that are coded to mean a certain thing when I say it. That does not mean that it's always going to translate the exact same way it was intended.
Right.
We're on a road driving with my nephew. I made a comment. He makes a comment. I make a comment back. When he heard the comment, he thought there was extra emphasis behind that. I'm glad we had the conversation because what he found out was I said, "Oh no, there was no other thing involved with that, right? There was nothing involved with that statement." But again, the point is that we're all speaking there's different languages. But here's the thing: there is my language, there is their language, and then there's the agreed upon language.
Mm-hmm.
The agreed upon language is that in between space when you have healthy communication. Because I'm coded to say things this way, you're coded to say things that way, but together, right? When we come together and we're actually starting to speak together, then I'm trying to communicate in the way that you understand. You're trying to communicate in the way that I understand. So that now we've created a new language that is unique to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this shit goes on all fucking day. Yes, it doesn't seem like you're going through this process. Oh, we both speak English. That doesn't mean shit,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's what's most important. And this is why we see this in marriages, in marriage counseling. We see this in individual counseling. We see this in just coaching or whatever, is that there's so many misfucking understandings because we haven't taken the time to understand the language of the person that's speaking to me and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have to agree on a language. I say a lot of shit up here. Matter of fact, you say a lot of shit up here that if
Shit. The hell? Go ahead. Shit.
you say a lot of shit up here that if people weren't are not aware of who you are, they might take offense to that. Right? They might.
Facts. Yeah.
But the reality is you're not saying any of that shit to be mean spirited or mean in any way, right? You're
Mm-hmm.
actually joking. But if they took the time to understand you,
Mm-hmm.
took the time to say, hey, or even ask the question rather than come to their own preconceived ideals, then you'd find out what she actually meant. And you'd know, well, no, that's just her talking because she talks like that about a lot of shit. And there's nothing meant there. Like again, I say shit too. I'm a big fan of people opening up. One thing my son did to me recently, and I was telling you about this, was I had a conversation with him. And in this conversation, I communicated to him one thing. He took that information, he applied it in a completely different fashion. When it came back to me and now I'm face to face with him, I'm sitting there and asking him, I said, what did I say? How did you get this from what I said? And he said, well, I just thought that there was another way to go about doing it. And in
Mm-hmm.
that moment, I had to pause because the truth is that's true.
Mm-hmm.
He understood something totally different.
He wasn't not doing it to be disrespectful. He was just like, oh, I
Exactly.
thought I could choose which one we get it done.
I
Like,
thought I could do it this way.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which okay, and that's saying okay. You know what? I said oh, and I chuckled about that in that moment with him, and I chuckled. I said, oh, well, you know, that's a good point. There's no argument with that because yeah, you could potentially see that like that. And so, okay, cool. It is what it is. The point of what I'm saying is we are creating a shared language. I told him again, hey man, fine. I said, go in your luggage and get your swim trunks. He goes, I can't find none. I go to his luggage. There's a swim trunk that's sitting on the top of his luggage.
Mhm.
I asked him, how did you miss this? His statement to his response to me, he's 6. He said, well, those aren't mine.
Ooh, I love me some Zion. Do you hear me? That little
He
boy
said,
coming up.
you told me to get my swim trunks.
Period.
Those weren't my swim trunks. Those are somebody else's swim trunks. So I didn't apply that. And
Right,
again, this is all I'm
right,
saying is
right.
it's we have my language, your language, and then
Mhm.
let's come together and create our shared language so that we can understand and understand each other. So
Right.
again, with this scenario, with this dating piece, with all this other shit, you really have to do that part. I can't stress that enough. It doesn't matter who you are, what you are, where you've been, how long you've been there, how long you've known these people. No, none of that shit really matters.
You ain't lying.
We have to spend the time and let's come and let's co-create. Let's co-create together. And you know what's so beautiful about that is because when you see a person co-creating with you, you know that they have investment in that.
Mhm.
That shit speaks volumes because what that tells you and what it's telling them is that they know you, they can see clearly they matter to you and you can see clearly that you matter to them. What the fuck else is there to argue about at that point?
Mm.
If I know you fucking care.
Mhm.
Is that not at the baseline of most of the issues we have? Is that we don't feel or don't know if that person fucking gives a fuck.
Mhm.
But when you know that they do give a fuck, it's just a whole paradigm. Completely. It shifts the whole paradigm. So,
Mhm.
you know, not
Yeah.
to drone on a lot about that, but uh, I'm a big proponent for communication. And that's one of my greatest challenges too in life is getting this shit from here out there
Mhm.
and vice versa.
Yeah. That's why I feel like most of you niggas need to stay single. All of you bitches looking for relationships, you don't need one. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap it up because a lot of you are just not ready. Okay, I don't know if you're ready. I'm just kidding. Um, but okay, dynamics. So we'll be back next week. We'll be back next week. He doesn't know, but he doesn't care. He just does whatever I ask him to do. He really could care less. Dynamics is it. If you guys didn't know,
That's not
now you know.
true.
Now
I
you know.
care.
He doesn't. He does. I mean, he likes you guys. He likes you guys. Like he won't call you bitches like I do. He likes you, but if I was to tell him this is it, he'd be like, okay. If I tell him we're gonna be back next week, he'll say, okay. This that's it. And he's gonna come right here like this with this blurred background. He's gonna show right up. It's gonna say the dynamics. And he ain't gonna know what we talk about, and we're gonna do just like this. I mean, I'm cool with it. I'm not doing to do the bowling league, so I'm here. I'm here, guys. Do
I don't really have anything. I really can't argue with what you're saying on that. I mean,
you cool with it?
I I am somewhat ambivalent about a lot of things, but um, I yeah,
You're cool.
I care.
Oh, we're on the part that you care. You don't care. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I care.
You do care. You care. You care about
I
what?
I care. I care. I
About
care. I care about you. I care about
no,
my.
no. We
I
about
care about the peoples. I care about.
the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 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 Okay.
But
The
I
way
mean,
my personality works,
hmm,
I'm just cool overall. Like I'm because again, there's spaces, there's opportunity to do a lot of things. I don't typically look at closed doors. I'd like to look at opportunities. So there's always opportunities. It's just a matter of you looking for them and being open to them. So yeah. So I'm just open to where God leads and how He leads. So there. That being said,
We'll be back.
we'll yeah.
We'll be back. We'll be back. All right, guys. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you as always. And we will see you next Wednesday. Bye. What? You gonna be gone?
No, I'm here. I'm here. My kids are here, so my son will be here in 2 days. Actually, my older one
Well, we'll
will
just
be here.
go. We'll still be here.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying he'll be here in 2 days. And
Right.
I'm not traveling in the middle of the week.
Good night,
With them. So,
Susan. Thank you
but
for
yeah. So good
coming.
night. Oh, listen, yeah, I was out there in Newport Beach when all that shit happened. I don't know why we didn't talk about that, but I thought that was would have been interesting because that shit was wild. Um, if you haven't heard about it, look up Newport Beach and what happened this year, uh,
4th of July
Fourth
specifically.
of July. Yeah, Fourth of
Mhm.
July. Maybe we'll talk about it next week or some other time.
What are you doing? It's
It was
nothing to
dope.
talk about. I'm really just kidding. I'm getting sleepy. Gotta go. Love
Okay.
y'all. Bye. Bye.
All right, y'all. For y'all.